Hi, fans of high-quality entertainment. I'm ranking all of the George Harrison solo albums, and this is his third album, All Things Must Pass. And I do have two versions. This one is from 2014, and this is the 50th anniversary remix. I played both of these quite a bit, but I would say I've played the 50th anniversary more than this one. Although last night I listened to this one all the way through. And I don't know, even the remix is really good, but I still think this could be remixed even better by, like, imagine somebody like Steven Wilson remixing this. I think it would sound even more amazing. So, in case you don't know, I'm sure some of my viewers have heard the story enough, but I've become a huge fan of George Harrison in the last few months. I've always, of course, really liked his music, especially in the Beatles, but his solo career I didn't follow as much. When All Things Must Pass came out in 1970, I was 12 years old. I couldn't afford to buy the album myself, so one of my older brothers bought it. So I didn't have that, that connection to the album like others did, because I didn't own it until, later on in my life. And, I bought it on vinyl in the 70s and then on CD. And I always, I liked it, but I just never totally connected with it until this past year. And it started with this album. Like I said, connecting with every song and, the lyrics. I'm a pretty spiritual person. So I guess with my age and all that and all the stresses and whatever of life, it was my time to connect with what he was singing about. And I'm sure this album has touched a lot of lives with the lyrics. And I did do a ranking of this album with Adam from What's the Gym channel. It's on my Canadian Studmuffin channel. But I'll say my favorite songs are Everything. Isn't It a Pity? I even love version 2. In fact, I think it might be my favorite song on the album. And then, of course, the title song, All Things Must Pass, Art of Dying, Beware of Darkness, What is Life? Every song is great. Even I Dig Love. I don't think it's lower in the rankings, but even that is, you need that on the album, something a little lighter, poppier, not as serious. And by the way, when I rank this, I'm ranking the Apple Jam 2 because it's part of this. It might be a bonus, but, when you buy this, you listen to all three, albums, and so it's all together. And the Apple Jam, I think, is a little underrated. I know some fans don't really care for it. They think it's boring or whatever. But it's a fun listen. They're just jamming, and it's fun. And I especially love, out of all the instrumentals, my favorite is Out of the Blue, with the keyboard work and all that. But it's definitely, not as strong as the first two albums. But even though, the Apple Jam, I can't rate it more than, if I was just rating the Apple Jam, I would give it like a B. And then, of course, the main album, I would give an A+. So, I'm thinking, okay, what do I give it for a rating? Like a A- or something? And it's like, no, it doesn't. Even with the Apple Jam not being as strong as the song-based songs, it's the whole package. It's it's an A plus for me. I can't give it less than an A plus, even with the apple jam not being as good. Because, you know, some of the songs like Isn't It a Pity, Beware of Darkness, they're like A plus plus plus. So I have no problems giving this a totally perfect score of A plus. So in my rankings, and last time I forgot to put them here, so I hope I don't look foolish and you just see my finger here. So not surprisingly, All Things Must Pass is now in first place, followed by Wonderwall Music and then Electronic Sound. And next up is Living in the Material World, which until I bought it, a few weeks back or a few months ago, I didn't really know the album very well at all, except for, Give Me Love, Give Me Peace on Earth, and maybe another song. So it was almost like a new album to me. So stay tuned for that review. I would love your thoughts in the comment section below on All Things Must Pass. What are your favorite songs? And also, what do you think about the apple jam? I think, if you could turn back time, like Cher, I think it would have been better as a double album and then have a separate, maybe at a less expensive price for the apple jam or something. But it is the way it is, and it's part of history. So A+. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye. Please remember to like the video. And if you see that hype under the video, click it.